we would like get into physical altercations. Me and my imaginary friend. It's like, how does that work?
I came down the stairs with like a $20 bill. I sat on the table. I said, I something to tell you.
Like, I used to be in love with this boy, and so like I would do like very scary things. I got so angry I bit my phone.
What the fuck is music?
Talk diva to me.
Hey divas. Welcome to episode 4 of Talk Diva to me. I'm Ella.
I'm Catalina.
And we are roommates by choice, best friends by circumstance. So we have an interesting Talk Diva to me today because we have a pretty bad tornado warning. And everything is like, take shelter, get away from windows, go in your basement, go in your what closet?
Yeah.
There's no closet in this apartment that we could fit in.
We don't have any of those facilities.
No.
So, I mean, and we also have a podcast to film, so
what are you going to do? Take the couch into the kitchen where there's no windows?
Yeah, that's not
happening because we haven't cleaned in weeks.
That's another thing that should be noted. This place is a mess.
Like, it's an obstacle course. Like, I'm jumping hurdles to get into the kitchen.
Yeah, it's really bad.
But you know what? I'm so tired of the, like, get your life together culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, reset your life. Get your life together. Like, Sundays are for resetting because it just sets everybody up to fail and feel like shit about themselves.
I agree.
Normalize having a messy apartment where you can't find anything and everything is a safety hazard.
Yeah.
All right. Should we start with Diva of the Day?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We should have printed a picture of her. I forgot.
We should have. We're like really lazy today, but it's because of the hurricane.
Yeah.
And the tornado.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
Well, like,
is it like both the same source, or like are we just calling it different things, or is there literally a tornado and a hurricane?
Both.
Both.
I think there's both, because I think the wind is making the water go crazy.
Oh.
And then the wind is making like the twista.
Amazing.
But we don't know. There would be no way of knowing. Okay. Yeah, we should have printed out a picture of her, but if the divas don't know who she is, they are not welcome here.
Yeah.
Just kidding. You can Google and stay subscribed.
Mm-hmm.
So our diva of the day is
Margaret Qualley.
Even just saying her name,
I know, I got butterflies.
I'm gonna start crying.
I'm obsessed.
So we watched Drive Away Dolls.
I've already seen it.
I had not seen it.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of my favorite movies ever now. It kind of changed my life.
Yeah.
I famously hate a Southern accent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it makes my skin crawl.
Mm-hmm.
No offense to our Southern divas. Love y'all. I'm one of you, kind of.
Not really.
No, I'm not.
Nope.
We live in a Southern state.
Mm-hmm.
We already said it, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I heard her Southern accent, I was like, I forgive y'all.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So good. And then we were like, Margaret Qualley, there's so many like Margaret Qualley-esque women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like King Princess.
Yeah. I have a list.
Oh, you have a list.
I list on my computer of women that remind me of her. So we have that is not the note I was looking for.
What did you bring up?
Nothing.
Share with the class.
King Princess, Casey from Atypical. Rachel Sennett.
Yes.
Diana Silvers, heavy on that one. And Molly Gordon.
Do you know that she was spotted out with Jeremy Allen White kissing?
Molly?
Mm-hmm.
You're kidding.
I wish I was. What does he have that I don't?
I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't feel great about it.
I don't know.
I
taking
thought
this well. When was this? When was this?
I should have told you this off camera. I just saw it on eonline.com, which I search multiple times a day because I don't have social media and it's the only like entertainment news I get.
Uh-huh.
It's okay.
I'm gonna need a moment.
Do we need to come back?
No.
I thought her and Rachel had a thing, maybe.
I thought they did too.
Yeah.
Maybe
yes.
They might. So.
PR stunt with Jeremy.
Oh, that's so true.
Is she on The Bear?
Yeah, she plays his love interest.
On The Bear?
Yeah.
Oh, hell nah.
Yeah. That was fucking cruel.
That was so rude. Sorry, guys. We got a government notification. Catalina famously has them turned on. I do not. I turned the government notifications off on my phone.
Yeah, well,
and that's really brave for me to admit.
That pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the right to fucking do that.
We're filming a podcast.
Just blasting my, and now it's all around the town.
I can't. There are no divas in this town.
Mm-mm. Not anymore.
Us. Two of us. Yeah, so we're talking about Margaret Qualley-esque women.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it that you think of?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are so many more, but like...
There are, for sure.
Yeah, so speaking of King Princess, we've had a hard time this week not watching the Talia music video by King Princess. It's in the morning before class. It's as soon as we get home. It's like 5 times on and off throughout the night.
Yeah. Like every day.
Every day.
It's really not a good look.
Yeah, the optics aren't great. We, in fact, even made our own Talia.
Yeah, so in the music video,
right,
she's like hanging around with a little, mannequin.
A silicone sex doll.
To be exact.
Right.
Yeah. And so we were like, okay, so where's ours?
Right. Why does she get one?
So we made one out of cardboard.
Yeah. And she's staring at us right now.
Yeah.
I think we'll get demonetized if we show her, but she's gorgeous. She's stunning. She's orange, which the other Talia wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah. And we were watching the music video and Catalina goes, did she think we wouldn't notice? Who's gonna tell her it's not real? And we were laughing about that for hours.
No, because me when I can't get anyone to be in my music video.
For real.
Like
us when we can't get anyone to be in our TikTok. By the way, we're on TikTok now.
Yes, at Talk Diva to Me.
Follow us. We are flopping
dangerously. They just don't get us.
Every time we upload a video, we're like, this is it. This is the one.
0 likes.
We got 13 likes, which is our highest record-breaking number.
What's really crazy is when we'll get like 100 views and 0 likes.
It's like, who is seeing us simulate sexual acts with a cardboard doll and swiping? We have to be more provocative. Okay, so time for our Diva debrief.
Okay.
So, piggybacking off of the Talia music video, we've been really into music videos lately. And so we were about to go to a party and we were experiencing some social anxiety. So what did we do?
So we watched the Can't Remember to Forget You music video.
To help our social anxiety.
And it worked.
It worked.
It worked.
We're like, should we watch it again? We're like, no, we gotta leave.
It's like that's been our go-to recently, like along with the Talia music video.
It's like cathartic. Along with like Fletcher's like Honda better performance. Yeah. And then at this said party, I did get into a little bit of a confrontation with a man.
My stomach just turned at the thought of it.
Do we need to like step away and come back?
No.
This is Molly. It's like a lot for you.
I know.
Yeah. So I'll always be Catalina's mouthpiece. If you come for her, you come for me. Yeah. She is the other half of my personality, so I take it personally when you attack her. Well, yeah.
That is so sweet.
Thank you. And so, as if that confrontation wasn't enough, I had to do it publicly. And so I did. In class the next day. And that felt really good, and we felt vindicated.
There is nothing better than watching a man get chewed out.
Chewed out.
Especially by, like, a well-respected person.
Me?
No.
Ah, okay. Oh. Yeah, that was very... The universe is in our favor.
For real.
Okay, I just read the next thing on our Diva debrief, and, like, I'm angry. Like, my blood is boiling.
Okay.
Dancing with the Stars.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about it because justice for her.
Justice for Anna.
It's so fucked up.
It's the most horrendous thing I've ever seen on television.
We all saw it coming because I don't know, because
I did not see it
when has anything ever fucking worked out, right? For
Right.
us, like, I get that he has a big fan base. I'm talking about what's his name, Reginald.
Who is his fan base?
50-year-old men.
But are they watching Dancing with the Stars?
I think they're watching it just for this season, just because he's on it, and it's like, that's not your culture.
There's no way.
That is not your culture.
There's no way they're like, oh, Reggie's on the season, let me turn it on. Can you imagine like your funter doing that?
No, because I don't even know if my dad knows who that is.
Exactly. Like, they're not tuning in. And so
they're probably just voting.
Okay, we're back again. Lots of interruptions today.
I'm getting really furious.
It's okay. We'll get through this. So, for those of you who aren't familiar, just go to YouTube and search up Reginald Dancing with the Stars and you'll know what I mean. His range of motion is none.
Yeah. The first dance, he took, I think, one step to the right, and maybe...
He did a little bit of this.
Yeah.
And a little bit of this.
Yeah.
And a little bit of this.
And don't get me wrong, he's cute. Like, I would vote for him.
I'm cute. Put me on.
I'd vote for him in another life.
I would never vote for him for anything.
Okay. But I'm saying, like, it was cute to have him involved, but the time has passed.
I just don't get it. Like, I knew as soon as Emma got assigned him, she was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid this season.
And also, like, I don't know, something about the choreography, it's like, is he really that incapable? Because in that case, he needs to go home.
Yeah, I know. And then I think about it, and I'm like, okay, respect the elderly. Is he old?
Yeah.
His fan base is gonna come for our throats.
I don't care.
Respect the elderly, but like respectfully, Selma Blair, who has MS, was on a few years ago, and like she ate, like she killed it. She had to end up leaving because like she couldn't like move anymore. But like, there is no excuse, Reginald.
Right.
Like, that is crazy. Like, we were watching Amy Purdy on the aerial silks with 2 prosthetic legs.
Mm-hmm.
What is your excuse, Reginald? Maybe he has like a really bad like disease we don't know about.
Then don't be on the show.
Don't be on the show.
Sorry.
If you can't serve, don't be on the show.
Exactly.
And then like, I'm so tired of this Brooks narrative.
Me too.
Like, they are not together.
No, and all of these TikToks keep coming up on my For You page being like, oh, like, I work on Dancing with the Stars. Here's behind the scenes footage of, like, me, like, sneaking a video of Brooks and Gleb and blah, blah, blah. And they're, like, being all flirty, like, touching each other. It's like, how stupid do you think we are? This is so staged. And, like, I get y'all are trying to be cute, fine, do your thing. But, like, for everyone to act like such idiots in the comments being like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, are you going to get fired for this? No, bitch. Like, this is what their job is to trick y'all. Like, it's so obviously a PR stunt. And it's like, y'all can do that. I have no problem with it. You guys are cute, but like, don't try to act like this is real.
Right. And like, if it was real, they wouldn't be week one like, oh,
yeah,
my boyfriend.
Like, I mean, it's just dancing. Like, just dancing.
Just dancing, you guys. And it's not even like a Brandy Glanville and Ken situation where she's like, my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. She's like, my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, girl, you just got here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those girls at college freshman year who like day 2 have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And you're like, I thought we all just got here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she's very gorgeous.
She is.
And so is he, so.
Yeah, she's not a great dancer, but.
But like, you have to pick one.
But also, like.
We can't all be Anna.
Back to the Anna thing, because I don't know if you've heard, but everyone is pissed off that at the end of the episode, when they asked her, what are you taking away from this? She said nothing. Everyone's in Ezra's comments. Everyone's like on Dancing with the Stars comments being like, Anna is so incredibly rude for that. I am so sorry she disrespected you like that. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, it is not that deep.
I promise he doesn't care.
He does not care. This is his first season on. Yeah. And like,
I've never seen that man in my life.
Like, I feel like he is probably just excited to be involved at all. Like,
and to have Anna Delvey as his partner.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's iconic. And he always just like, I don't know, he's always like, yeah, like she has a really like sweet side to her that nobody sees. Like clearly he's not upset about it. So why are y'all?
And like she didn't lie. She was there 2 weeks.
Yeah.
She's not gonna take anything from this experience.
Also,
and all they did was hate on her.
It's just like, take a joke. Oh my god, I would have said the same damn thing because she's walking out with nothing and she was wrongfully executed.
Executed.
Yes.
They killed her
from the show.
Well, we also have a conspiracy theory that you brought up about her ankle monitor.
Yeah. So we think it's fake.
Yeah.
Her ankle monitor, because why did we think that?
I don't know, but we were really passionate about it at the time.
Yeah, I was convinced it was fake.
Oh, because like the rules seem very confusing to us.
Right.
Like it doesn't. I'm confused because Dancing with the Stars shoots in LA. Uh-huh. She's on house arrest in New York.
Right.
I'm confused how that works. Did they like? I don't know if you can move on house arrest.
Well, clearly she did something.
And then it's like it was bedazzled.
Yeah.
Is it just like a bracelet?
I just feel like it is such an attention-grabbing thing, and like she is known to love attention, and I'm like,
me too, girl.
Me too, girl. But like, the odds that it is fake are not crazy.
And like, she takes like paparazzi pics outside her apartment. Mm-hmm. And like, honestly, like, it's kind of genius way of like hiding from the public but still being relevant.
Yeah, that's so true.
All right, so I can't believe this was last night. Last night we stayed up from 9 p.m. till all day. Yeah, and we went grocery shopping at 6 a.m. before class. Mm-hmm. We were up for a while, and so we watched the Catalina goes, hey, can we watch the Grey's Anatomy bombing episode?
Yeah,
so we did.
I saw a clip of it on Instagram once. My bad.
Knocking stuff over.
My bad, y'all. I saw a clip of it on Instagram once, and I was like, that is crazy. And then I asked Ella, like, hey, should I watch this? Is it going to be scary? She said it's scary. So I said, okay, we're going to do it together.
Yeah. Well, I was also younger when I saw it.
Mm-hmm. It scared me.
This time around, it was, like, a little bit questionable. Mm-hmm. Because, like, I don't even know where to start. It's giving, like, the beginning, I'm like, is this necessary? Like, the threesome in the shower situation?
Yeah, that was so dumb.
I'm like, do we need this? Mm-hmm. And, like, it came back at the end, like, full circle, but I'm like, we still didn't need this.
Yeah.
And then, like, Izzy was just, like, fucking the whole time. Like, she is stressed.
Like, the hospital was about to get bombed, and she was just
horny.
Yeah.
And then, like, Meredith was just kind of doing, she always does this, but it's that face where it's like, mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, like, what else? We were really confused on the concept of how, like, it got stuck inside him.
Yeah, I would love to have that explained for me if anyone knows how the bomb. It was something like he made a weapon.
They were reenacting World War II, which whatever the fuck that means.
Right. First of all, stupid ass premise. I want to know if because it's based off of a true story, or I don't know if it's based off, but I know it happened once for real, right?
One time.
I want to know what happened in that scenario. Like, did he die?
I don't know how you wouldn't. And, like, I'm confused how they were like, code black, and then everybody evacuated. And then when the bomb went off, it just kind of, like, set Meredith back a little bit on the ground. And, like, no one else in the hospital even knew it went off.
Literally.
And we're like, really? All that for this? I mean, the guy died. Like, the bomb squad died.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah. But, like, we don't really care about him.
I did. Yeah. I could sense it coming.
And, like, Christina Ricci, oh my god, they were so mean to her. Mm-hmm. She was the one with the hand in.
Oh my god, yeah, that was crazy.
Not her circus, not her monkeys. Mm-mm. So we watched that, and then we know there's a tornado. And then I was like, Catalina, have you ever seen the musical episode of Grey's Anatomy? Mm-hmm. She had not. So I put her on to that, and what were your thoughts?
That was crazy.
Insane.
That is, like, not politically correct.
I was offended.
Yeah. I was offended for someone. I don't know who.
Oh yeah. My
like
favorite part was when Callie grabs her ankles, and it reminded me of last episode when you said she grabs her by the feet. And she goes, "How are lines?" And she like grabs her feet. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Like Callie's in the coma, and then other Callie's like,
Oh.
ow. Yeah. But like, can you imagine being like an actor on like a long running series, and they hand you the script, and they're like, by the way, you got to sing in this, and you're under contracts, like you can't get out of it, and they're like, oh.
Yeah, any show that decides to do a musical episode is immediately on my shit list.
I loved it though. They just wanted Callie to sing. That really was it, and then everybody else got ripped into it. But like, it's so funny because like they're like performing surgery, and then like. They should have done a crossover episode with Glee.
That's so true. They should have had like Rachel Berry get hurt, come to the hospital and need surgery,
right.
or like have her get like, doesn't she like get like a plastic surgery of some sort?
Yeah, she gets a rhinoplasty. That's a nose job, in case you guys didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, you're saying that when Quinn and Rachel went to go get nose jobs, they should have sung to them. The cast of Grey's Anatomy. Amazing. Okay, next we have, so our TV's been acting weird. Like, we'll be watching something, and then all of a sudden the volume will go all the way up. Or, like, it's just being weird. And, like, we were looking it up, and, like, we're pretty sure there are roaches in our TV.
Yeah, like chewing on the wires.
Yeah, because, like, they love, like, a hot, dark place.
Yeah, they love electronics.
Yeah, and they love TVs. And so, like, I just want to know how many of them are in there snacking. Because our TV is doing weird stuff, and, like, I don't think it's a ghost. I think it's a roach. Or, like, a ghost of a roach.
Yeah, for real.
We also found a fourth lizard.
Yeah.
Who has not been identified or found, who was in my room. And so, as a result of that, I have slept on the couch every single night. I refuse to go on the premise. In addition to that, we think we have fleas.
Yeah, like in our carpet.
Like
attacking our feet every night.
Our feet and our ankles are covered in bites, and like we never go outside. So like it's definitely like an internal situation.
Yeah, and they're way too small to be mosquito bites, I fear.
And they're really bad right now. Like I want to itch them.
I've been itching.
Yeah, we're also trying to learn a cat.
Oh,
we forgot to get that.
Yeah, we kind of gave up, I fear.
No, I didn't give up.
All right.
We found it like if you get a cat, like they'll pay for it for free.
Like if you take in a stray cat and like register with the foster place.
Steal your neighbor's cat,
right? Then they'll like pay for all of its like medical stuff and whatnot, which is like the only ever like problem I've had with getting like an animal. I'm like, I don't got the money to pay for that or like whatever, but we found out that they'll literally do it for you.
So we're like, okay, we can keep a cat alive. So we've been like putting cat food outside the door. And like it's gone, but like we could be luring in a raccoon. I don't know what the laws here are for that one, but I don't think we should give up because we're gonna name it Dorit. Well, we've already named it Dorit. We're like, Dorit.
Dorit's the orange one, right?
Yeah, and then PK's the other one.
Yeah, there's 2 stray cats around the neighborhood that we see repetitively. I don't know if they actually are strays or not.
There would be no way of knowing.
But they do wander around our backyard all the time. So it's like, come on, Dorit.
Yeah.
Stay a while.
Dorit. She's up there. I don't know if you can see Dorit.
You can't.
No. Okay, I have an issue. Back to the King Princess Margaret Qualley of it all. Casey from Atypical, right? We've been watching a lot of Atypical too, which is so funny. We cannot stop quoting when Paige was like, should we harm her? So good. And in Atypical, they're sprinters, right? Tell me why all those girlies are wearing normal running shoes. There was no consultant on set who's ever run track before?
And it's a big part of the show. Like that whole
huge part of the show.
Running storyline.
Where are our spikes, ladies? And they have like the audacity to like show the bottoms of their shoes, like close-ups.
Right.
Like at least try to hide the fact that like you don't know what you're talking about. Like, come on now.
Yeah, that's really embarrassing.
Me off. Like there could be a whole storyline of like Izzy and Casey like hitting each other with their spikes, like injuring each other, because that's real. The girlies
That
try
is
and take each
true.
other down. I have been punctured. Okay. Next, we have Hurricane Helene, obviously. I don't know if Helena was taken, but Helene, I've never heard that name in my life.
Yeah, you know, all natural disasters are named after women.
I don't think that's true.
It might not be.
That is not true, because like Hurricane Andrew, no.
That's a thing?
I love where you were going with that. And like maybe we can like forget that's not true and like go with that narrative and see where it takes us.
I think maybe majority are named after women.
Hurricane Ian. It goes back and forth.
I read something about hurricane names once, and I don't remember what the fact was.
Right.
So I guessed.
So every tropical storm goes back and forth between the letters of the alphabet and male and female. And so, which is pretty close-minded. Like, what are we doing? And so, if it is a hurricane, you're like, wait, how did we get from, who was the last one? What was her name? How did we get from Debbie to Helene? It's because there was a bunch of tropical storms in the middle of there with different names, but I don't know what their names were. Like,
why are we naming hurricanes? I'm sorry, I don't get it.
Oh, I love it. I want that to be my job.
I just like, I mean, that's fine, but like, why don't we do that for other stuff then? You know?
Like what?
I don't know. Like, why aren't we naming our fridges?
We do name our fridges.
No, we don't.
Well, we should name our fridge.
Not with human name. Like,
what should we name our fridge?
Why don't I go to Home Depot and they're like, this fridge is called the Miley. This fridge is called Anderson. This fridge is called Sarah. Like, if we're gonna name hurricanes all these cutesy little names, let's just do that for everything.
I think you're right. Because it's like we're naming states. We're naming natural disasters. Well, they don't name tornadoes. Like Tornado Catalina is not a thing.
Is Hurricane Catalina a thing?
Probably. But we don't have Wi-Fi because of the...
Fuck.
No, we're filming on your phone. Hurricane Ella is Canada's strongest hurricane ever.
That's crazy.
And I'm Ella and I'm Canadian, if you didn't know. So, it says a lot. But when I was younger, I would constantly tell people that I loved natural disasters. Like so insensitive, so out of touch. I'd just be like, I love when like we all have to go into the basement, like the house starts shaking, like we don't know what's gonna happen. Like when we go upstairs, like what's it gonna look like? Maybe we have to stand down here for a while. Oh no, I guess we all have to sleep on the couch. Like I loved a natural disaster, like praying for a tornado.
You just appreciated the little things of life.
The big things of life. And I would tell people that maybe until I was like 16. I'd be like, love a natural disaster.
That's crazy.
Right. We worked the majors and minors fair at our school.
Yeah.
And we showed a lot of these young girls that you can be pretty and be a writer. And we had a record-breaking number of new prospects.
I woke up that morning and I was like, we are about to do something so powerful because like writing can be such an ugly person career.
Right.
And like if we show these like prospective writing students that hey, we're part of the major and we are pretty.
Yeah. Like they almost didn't believe us at first when we were like, we're dramatic.
Yeah.
Like
they're like, wait, are you am I in the right room? Are you sure? Yeah. Like
wait, did I get confused on what writing meant?
Yeah, like I thought I didn't know y'all could like look like that.
Right.
It's and like, we were like, don't worry.
Come on, it's 2024.
Yeah.
Women can do shit now. #feminism.
Pretty girls. What's the thing that was like, and who said brunettes can't wear jeans?
I have no idea.
Well, who said pretty girls can't write?
Who said? Who said? Can you
tell me who said that?
Yeah. So flat.
Moving
on. So you wanted to talk about... Let me restart. You wanted to talk about the word zeitgeist?
Yes. So I have a confession because I'm just gonna come out and say it right away.
Okay.
I thought Zeitgeist was a YouTube channel.
What do you mean?
Like the Try Guys. Like I whenever people say Zeitgeist, I'm like, is that like a group on YouTube? Like
Try Guys?
Zeitgeist. Like
you thought that was called...
No, like I heard the name perfectly fine. I just like heard like it just sounded like a group of YouTubers to me.
Like BuzzFeed.
Yes.
Zeitgeist.
Like BuzzFeed.
It's kind of a
Zeitgeist. Good name. Like I was like, I don't fucking watch that shit. I don't know what y'all are talking about. And then our professor used that word the other day, and I was like, wait a minute. I have a suspicion that I've been wrong about something for a very long time.
And I use that word all the time. Like, I'll be like, in the zeitgeist. You thought I was talking about like a YouTube channel? I don't watch that shit.
I watch that shit. I don't know
That
what
is
you're
so
talking
funny. It's a very brave thing to admit.
I know. I was like debating it, but I have to.
Okay, well, last episode you talk about your shit on the walls. Yeah, so who cares? Okay, so now we have our unexpected divas. We had a lot this week. We're going to start with the green light that was on the camera the entire last episode.
Yeah, it was great.
Diva taking over our platform. There was a Trump rally here this week. Trump was in town. He is alive still.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of men in matching Trump shirts, and I forgot that Trump was in the area, and I was like, why are we twinning? What kind of like bachelor's party is this? Like, why are we all wearing matching Trump shirts? And I was like, this is so diva. A guy's trip where you wear matching shirts? Is this the Housewives?
That is so good.
My sister was on a bus once with her hockey team, and they had matching backpacks because, like, you have a matching... And this guy's like, y'all got matching backpacks. Y'all Mormon? Also, when I went to visit my sister in college... Wait, this is a whole can of worms. There's this guy that came up to our table and asked my dad. He was like, oh, that's so unnatural. I say funter, not dad. Oh, asked my funter. He was like, who is the leader of your family? But aside from that, I was so scared to visit my sister in college because there was the poop bandit.
Right.
Have you heard about this?
You told me about this.
Yeah. He was just like going around in like libraries and just public places and just throwing his feces on people.
On people?
Like a bucket of his feces on people. And like they couldn't track him down. And so like it just kept happening. And I was like, I have to go visit her at college, and like I could get a bucket of shit dropped on me at any point. Like it gave me so much anxiety.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Oh my gosh. Another diva is the voice inside the crosswalk thing.
Like when you click it and they're like, wait.
I heard you the first time. Yeah. Like, shut up, diva. So annoying. And then finally we have Derek Huff's brooch. He's always wearing a brooch. Every single episode of Dancing with the Stars.
I'm not a fan of it.
And he leads with the brooch. When he talks, he leads.
It pulls him.
Brooch. He did Hot to Go. He's like, HOTT. Do we think him and Julianne are a couple?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, they're Mormon.
Gotta keep it in the family.
Comment if you ship them. So next we have Divas in Training. Very popular segment and our last episode to us and only us. I think we got 4 likes on TikTok for
That's
that
stretching. Stretching a bit.
But like it was so good. Anyways, y'all know what we mean. So you wanted to talk about, also Catalina won't tell me these stories. She refuses to give me any clue. So we're going into this blind. Schoology, speak to me on this one.
So I don't know if I told you, I thought of another story I want to tell after.
Amazing.
So, this was actually like more so middle school, but I have these like very stalkerish tendencies, as I've probably shared before.
Awesome.
Like really scary, like I used to be in love with this boy, and so like I would do like very scary things. Moving on, that's not the story.
So vague.
I wanted to know his class schedule. Okay. Right? Before school started, I was like, I need to know.
Oh, no.
Actually, you know what? I don't even know if it was before school started. I might have just wanted to know his schedule so I could like walk by his classes. So my dad is a computer engineer, meaning he like codes and like knows how to like do website stuff.
Shut the fuck up.
So did you ever use Schoology?
Yeah, but I feel like I know where this is going and there's no way.
So I asked my dad to hack the platform.
There's no way.
To find my crush's schedule. And he worked on it for hours. And
it's crazy he agreed to that.
I don't think he
Off the
realized
clock.
what I was asking. I didn't share explicitly what I needed it for. I was like, I just want to be able to see people's schedules so I can see if I have classes with my friends. And so he like worked on it, but the best he could do was just have it like take me to their pages, but you couldn't see their actual classes. But that still helps because I was like, okay, well, I can like look through everyone's pictures and stuff. But I just thought that was a funny story.
That is insane. I've never had that thought. Like, I need to hack into someone's Schoology.
Well, you were homeschooled.
You always get me with that one. Okay, you had another story. Well, do you want to tell them what you were just talking about that you remembered?
What's my other one?
Cicada. That was a crazy one. Like, I'm nervous.
Which one's a crazy one?
The Schoology
one. Oh, okay. I'm gonna tell this one so I don't forget it.
Okay.
Stalking. So when I was younger, this was like actually when I was young, I used to have this imaginary best friend, and her name was Roxy, named after like someone who used to be friends with my sister, like when she was like 5. So I was like, I want a Roxy in my life, bitch. Aww. So I made one myself. But the thing is, Roxy and I were frenemies. And so like I just realized the other day like how weird it was, like our little relationship, because I got this like flashback to when I was like laying in bed one night, and I just remember like pretending to fall off the bed, like pushing myself off the bed, rolling onto the floor and going into the living room and being like, Mom, like Roxy pushed me off the bed. Like we would like get into physical altercations. Me and my imaginary friend. It's like, how does that work?
And like this was never like checked up on, like
no.
It was never like discussed in like a doctor's office.
No, but you know what? We also think that house was very haunted.
Right.
So I'm like, maybe there was something like doing something. Because what child is getting into physical altercations with their imaginary best friend?
You! Just you!
And the fact that her name was Roxy too. Huh?
That's iconic though.
It's iconic, but who?
Getting your shit rocked by Roxy.
Roxy?
So
who's named Roxy anymore?
On everybody's lips. I famously am close friends with Ariana Maddox. So we have her water bottle over there, but you can't see it. That I was not expecting that. So, was anybody ever like severely hurt?
Hard to say.
Right. Is this something you've ever like brought up to anybody like in a professional field?
No.
Great. Awesome. Did that just unlock something for the first time, or you're like just now thinking about that?
No.
Okay.
I just like it comes back every like few months into my memory.
I would love to like study your brain. That is crazy.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. I mean, I was a terrible sleeper. That's not even sleeping. That's just like fighting with someone who doesn't exist. Like I would sleepwalk and like take showers in the middle of the night and all my pajamas still on. And just leave my pajamas on and take a shower. I also one time sleptwalked and started yelling at my mentor for not letting me audition for American Idol.
Why have I had that fight? Why have I had that
Conscious
fight with my
or
own mother?
unconscious?
Conscious.
Oh yeah, well me too.
Okay.
But like sleepwalking, she was like, you were like really mad about it.
As you should be.
Why didn't you let me audition? Well, today he woke me up and apparently I was like moody.
It was like 1:45 and I went into the living room and Ella was asleep on the couch and I like put my computer down or something and she woke up and she looked at me and she was just like groaning and I was like, hello, good morning. Like, don't you have class in like 15 minutes? And she goes, for what? And I was like, for class? Like, you know how like you have school? She's like, for what? I said, maybe art history, maybe pre-production. I don't know what class you have. For what? So I was like, I'm gonna let you figure this one out on your own. I've done all I can.
I have no memory of this.
It's so funny.
Oh my god.
I was dying laughing.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna need like a few days to process the like physical fight with the imaginary friend thing. Like that's insane. Like I don't think I can even give a proper reaction right now. Also, it's an interesting dynamic between like an older sister and a younger sister, and like the younger sister thinking all of her older sister's friends are like the coolest people to ever walk this earth.
Literally.
Like that's why you're obsessed with Roxy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And never met Roxy, but yeah.
Right, but you knew of her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't you also used to wear your sister's frat shirts to school?
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Did I tell you about that one day?
There would be no way of knowing.
So in high school one day, it was like sophomore year, people in my grade were, basically at my school, it was like you take one semester of gym your sophomore year, and then the other semester you take health class. And so I was in my health class rotation, and I didn't have that class that day, but like my friends did, so I was gonna have it the next day. And I was wearing this shirt that was my sister's old t-shirt, and it had some frat on it. And someone comes up to me at lunch and is like, "No way you're wearing that shirt." I was like, "Why?" And they were like, "Because we literally just watched a documentary about that frat in health class, about like crazy stuff that they were doing, and like evil, like classic frat stuff." I was like, "This is not looking good for me." And that's when I decided
Bad
to
optics.
retire wearing my sister's clothes, because that was not worth it.
But you also did it when you were like 8.
Yeah. I would also wear like these huge like Alpha Phi shirts, like when I was like 8 years old, just like prancing around. My sister wasn't even in a sorority.
Awesome.
Just had those somehow.
Amazing. And you would like take the baggy shirt, tie it off in the little thing. Iconic. So now we have the cicada story.
Mm-hmm. So, I remember. So this story reminded me. No, I was reminded of this story because in class one day our professor was talking about like, it doesn't actually matter. I don't need to give background.
Yeah,
I'm just going to tell the story.
Figure it out yourselves. Use context clues.
Mm-hmm.
Lazy divas.
So, in the 2nd grade, I had a raging feud with this boy.
Right.
And I don't know if I should name drop or not, but it's
name drop.
So his name was Sebastian.
Oh, Sebastian, if you're watching this, you're not a diva.
Sebastian, I'm so sorry.
Such a diva name, though.
I did a lot of wrong things in this scenario. For starters, there was this one day where we were rehearsing for our school sing, where like, you know, it's just like a concert, like where all the 2nd graders would sing on the bleachers to their parents.
Did you have like those people who would pass out every year and you're like, this can't be a coincidence?
No.
Okay, continue.
But we did have me, who peed on the bleachers.
Okay.
Have I not told you this one?
No.
Really?
No.
It was the biggest scandal of my life.
I'm sure that's not true.
I was on the bleachers and we like had this notoriously
Oh wait,
evil...
you did, because you wrote that episode about it in class. Or you were going to.
Right. Notoriously evil teacher who would like never let you go to the bathroom. And so
which is insane.
And so I was too shy to even ask, because I was like, I'm not about to get embarrassed in front of my entire grade, because we were all at dress rehearsal, right? And so I thought I could hold it in, and then as soon as we stand up for the next song, it starts dripping down my leg. And nobody sees yet, because I'm in like the middle row, like top, middle, low. I'm in middle.
Spelling that out for us.
Yes. So there's one kid like diagonal in front of me, and he turns around and looks at me like I am dirt. Like, you are nothing. The way
you'll never be a Blossom Scout.
The way I felt so like, oh my god, like I just wanted to like he looked at me like he was furious.
Yeah.
And I literally...
Did you get pee on him?
I don't think so.
Then what was his problem? Oh my god.
What?
Talia just scared the fuck out of me.
Talia's our doll.
I'm sorry. She's in the corner and I was like, what is that? What is that? Okay, continue.
So, oh yeah. So he looked at me like, girl, what is going on? And I literally looked at him and I went, like I just shrugged, like I don't know where that's coming from. Like, guys, did you hear that? That was so scary.
Is that a ghost?
Is that a ghost?
I'm scared.
I'm scared, guys. But yeah, so I peed myself there, and as soon as the teachers noticed, clearly, as soon as the teachers noticed, they took me out of the gym. And
what do you mean when they noticed?
when they started to see a puddle reach the ground floor, they said, oh, all right. So they took me out of the room. I don't know if they took anyone else out of the room. And they had me change my clothes and whatnot. I get back to class later that day. Everyone's like, what happened? Like, did you pee yourself? And I was like, no, like, it was the guy next to me, Sebastian.
Oh
like,
my gosh, you're evil.
Like, he literally, like, he peed and it just got all over me, so I had to change. Everyone believed it.
You are a bitch.
I had everyone palm of my hands.
Iconic,
I fear. And then I went home that day and never wanted to return again. And somehow I did return. So
well, because it wasn't you who peed.
It wasn't me who peed.
The narrative.
Duh.
Revisionist history.
I know.
There'd be no way of knowing.
Right. So anyway, I don't remember if that sparked the feud between me and Sebastian or if that was just one of the many occurrences within it. But we had a very ongoing feud, to the point where one day before class, we were like playing outside and we were in the same class. This was 3rd grade. And I like went to pick up my water bottle and I like drank from it and I looked to my side and my crush is like eyeing me down. I'm like, oh my god, do I look pretty today? Like, oh my god, I look so good today.
You this morning.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, I look so good today. I'm just like, and then I was like, you know, doing my little thing like, I'm gonna drink this water so cutely. And then like the bell rings and we go inside and I start walking inside. I put my backpack on my cubby and like I twist my shoulder a little bit. Cicada shell falls right off of me.
What's a shell?
They shed their skin.
They do?
Or they, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So like basically a cicada, but just not living.
That's scarier.
Yeah. Falls right off my shoulder. I screech. And I look around. Nobody even bats an eye. I'm like, first of all.
Is this where your bug fear came from?
Possibly.
Wow.
And so then it occurred to me that Sebastian was the one who did it. I don't know how I found that out, but I did. And then it occurred to me that my crush was not, in fact, looking at me because he thought I was cute. He was looking at me because I had a bug on my shoulder.
Was he like...
He was just kind of like...
And you're like...
I was like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me.
Stop staring at my shoulders.
Yeah.
How did he find a cicada shell?
They were all over.
We grew up in the same place.
You didn't have them?
No.
That was like all over the ground all my childhood.
Maybe I missed something.
Yeah, maybe you didn't go outside.
Yeah.
Last part of the story though is like a few incidents later when we like really were just having it out with each other. He threw dirt at my hair at one point. I started crying.
Oh my god, this is like targeted.
I know. And so my 3rd grade teacher said, enough. She brings us inside before school starts, locks us in a room.
Oh my gosh.
Locks us in a room, 2 3rd graders, locks us in the room and says, do not come out until you guys have made up.
That's like the Gossip Girl episode.
Yeah. Crazy looking back at it because that is not allowed.
That is not allowed.
Not allowed. But it worked, I can't lie.
What happened?
We were just like, I'm sorry. He was like, I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
Me when I lie.
And then we were like, okay, what do we do now? And then we were like laughing together because we were like frenemies a little bit.
That's cute.
So yeah, it ends well, but
that is insane.
I do feel like if I ever want to go through like a self-healing journey, I'm going to have to like reach out to him and apologize for like my entire life.
All men?
Him.
Oh, just him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like you were the woman in that situation.
Yeah.
He was attacking a woman.
Yeah. But I fear I cannot live with the victim narrative for the rest of my life. I do that enough.
It suits you.
It does.
So I have a story. This is very diva of me.
Love.
I think I've told you this multiple times, but when I was 13, I was asked to hold my friend's phone, so I did. I've told you this, I think.
I don't know.
And so I dropped it because I have very few motor skills.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Have y'all seen her clap? The fingers sprawl out.
Like we were checking out backstage at the store, and it just took me so long. I just can't do it. Anyways. So yeah, so I dropped it because the motor skills weren't motoring, and it shattered. And she was like so mad at me. She was like, "Oh my god, like I can't believe you dropped my phone, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Girl, you know my motor skills, like you know I can't hold that shit up." So I didn't know what to do, and I was panicking. So I threw my phone in an act of solidarity.
I don't know if I knew this story.
And so now I had 2 shattered phones.
Right.
Mine and hers.
Right.
And now I did not know how to approach this situation. And so I was like, I need to lie. So I told my parents, I was like, we were like switching phones and they fell at the same time. Victim narrative. And I was like, okay, the physics of that makes sense. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm shaking, like I'm freaking out, like she dropped my phone. And then so my mentor and her mentor started texting each other, being like, okay, like how are we gonna like split the costs for like fixing these phones, yada yada yada. And I was getting really stressed out because she didn't know that I lied. And I was like, I really just gotta pay for both of these phones. And my mentor was like, well, she's not holding up her end of the bargain. I'm like, what bargain?
Oh.
What end?
Uh-oh.
So I remember I came down the stairs with like a $20 bill. I sat on the table. I said, I just wanted to tell you. They were not happy.
Uh-oh.
But this girl was rich. Like, there's a famous Chicago restaurant, I'll tell you after that her family owned.
Whisper. Did not gather that. We'll talk about it later. I've never heard of that.
Me when I lie. Anyways. And so, and like for reference, now they're friends with Drake.
Awesome.
They're like the Kardashians. It's like a whole family of sisters. They're friends with Drake. They post pictures with him, like backstage at his show, which is gross.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Like, what, Drake? What the fuck? And yeah, so I was like, you really could have paid for that yourself and saved me a whole lot of financial distress. But yeah, so that was very diva of me.
I did something really similar once.
Of course you did.
I was playing a game on my, I was on my phone, and I couldn't beat this one level, and like, I was like in 5th grade maybe. I got so angry I bit my phone.
What do you mean you bit your phone?
I grabbed it, I went like this, and then I fucking bit it. I was so mad.
Did it do what you wanted?
Destroyed it.
With your teeth?
I punctured the camera with my tooth. And then I also
the camera punctured your tooth back?
And then I also like cracked the screen from like apparently 5th grade me was like strong when she got angry because I broke my phone, and then I had to
teeth marks on the iPhone is crazy.
And my mom was asleep in the bed next to me, and I had to like wake her up and be like, hey, so I tripped over my charger and my phone fell
into my teeth.
They didn't notice the bite marks, so we're fine. But yeah, we're very similar.
And like never once have I had an instinct of anger where I'm like, I need to bite my electronic device.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's why I do think I have anger issues at moments.
Think? Going off of the game thing.
Yeah.
When I was in the 2nd grade, so my friend works in like tech, and so I don't really know what that meant as a kid, so I kind of just assumed like he made like every video game ever.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like what I thought. And so I told everyone that my father was the inventor of Temple Run. Which like could be an easy Google for people.
Right.
But like 8-year-olds aren't smart enough for that. So like people will be playing it and I'm like, you know my dad created that?
That is so diva. I love it.
And like I even believed it.
Right.
Like it wasn't like I was like truly lying. It was just like, no way, yeah, my dad created that. Insane.
Girl.
I also, which was so diva of me, I have never understood, well I do now, I never used to understand like the concept of like money or like any of that. So like my flashback to last episode when I said I would throw out change. So when my punchers would give me money to like go out to restaurants and stuff.
Parents.
My parents.
Is what that means.
Yes. I would not know how to like tip correctly, but I was like, oh, I have to tip them. Like we're at Chili's and like she did such a good job. So like I would be giving this girl so much money. Like I don't know what like the cheapest Chili's meal is. And then I would pull out like $40 and be like, treat yourself. And it was upwards of that, because sometimes like my parents would give me like money over time and I wouldn't use it, and like instead of giving it back I'd just keep it. So like $80 from like an 11-year-old, like, do what you want with that, baby.
I'd be so furious if I was if you were my kid.
Yeah, and then they would always be like, oh my god, are you sure? Oh my god, I can't take that. Like, are you sure? It's kind of like those videos where like it's like surprising a waitress with $1,000.
But it's just an 11-year-old handing over her spare cash.
And they'd be like, are you sure? Sweetie, are you sure? And I'd be like, yeah, no, it's all for you. And then another time, this makes me sound really rich. I mean, kind of. I'm not poor, I'm rich.
I'm not poor, I'm rich.
It's my friend's birthday party, and my punters gave me $80 to go to the mall, which was very generous. And because it was like a shopping spree for her birthday, I spent every single penny on cat ears. I came home.
I'm gonna throw up.
With 10 pairs of cat ears. I used to wear cat ears all the time to school. Like every day, like as a headband, like Ariana Grande. Like,
oh, I had a friend who that was her thing. Like,
right, like the cat ears are my thing. And like they had little flowers on it, some were like fuzzy, some were sparkly. And like I was like, if Ariana Grande can wear this, why can't I? And that and like knee socks. Like I'd wear like knee socks over my leggings. Anyways.
So upsetting.
When I tell the story, you're like, okay, maybe like this like birthday party situation was like 6th grade max. No, fully 14 years old. And I spent $80 on cat ears, and they were not happy about that.
Amazing.
So yeah, any other divas in training moments?
If you're not,
well, we'll keep you updated for next episode. So we have a new segment called Diva Dreams, and this is just like when we have a weird dream, we have to tell you about it.
Yeah.
And so Catalina was so vulnerable in the last episode. Truly, like, no shame, no self-respect, no dignity. And I felt really bad because I'm like, I really didn't open up the way you did, and it was unfair. And so today I'm here to share my honest, vulnerable truth. So 2 things about me. 1, I love SNL. 2, I have a lot of sex dreams. Like a lot. So I don't know what happened in my psyche, but like maybe a month ago I had a very intense dream, a sex dream, about Kenan Thompson wearing the panda suit from iCarly. So
let that sink in.
So a few things. I thought in the episode he was wearing the panda suit. No, I went back and I watched it. There was the panda, and then there was Kenan chasing the panda. The panda was the one with the...
When did you go back and watch it?
The other day, because I was like... I was like, wait, I got it fact-checked.
Why didn't you tell me about this?
Because I saved it for the podcast.
Secret.
And so, like, the panda was the one going around with a tennis racket and, like, beating people up with it. Kenan was chasing after him, being like, stop that panda, stop that panda. And so, somehow in my dream, Kenan took the panda costume, and then we did unspeakable acts.
Y'all made love.
We made love. So like I woke up from this dream so stressed out. I like texted one of my friends. I was like, I just had a Kenan Thompson dream I'm not proud of. Like I was so stressed out, and so like I'm like Googling all of like the deeper meanings. But like this
Kenan Thompson panda suit. What does mean?
Reddit. And so, like, I was literally going through, like, every element of the dream and, like, decoding it. So I was like, what does a tennis racket mean in a dream? Because he had the tennis racket in the dream. I'm not going to say what he did with that tennis racket.
Oh. Uh-oh.
So I was like, what does a tennis racket mean in a dream? What does a panda mean in a dream? What does an actor mean in a dream? It came up, like, dream analysis are kind of like zodiac signs where, like, it just can apply to whatever.
Yeah.
And so I came up with several different theories of what this could mean.
Yeah.
One was that, like, all of those elements could mean, like, a breakthrough, a new proposal, a new direction in life.
How'd we get there?
And I'm like, this is our podcast. Because, like, pandas are, like, a new beginning.
Well, what about panda suits?
That didn't come up.
Okay.
And so another one was, like, all of your relationships in life are failing.
Awesome.
Because a panda can also represent that.
Awesome.
So it was a lot of stuff like that. Or it's like people are talking behind your back. That's what a panda represents. The tennis racket is like competition. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
There's a lot of scenarios, but like basically the gist of it is I am not sexually attracted to Kenan Thompson wearing the panda suit from I Party with Victorious.
Thank you for sharing your truth.
Thank you. Okay, we have a new segment called Divas Don't Know.
Mm-hmm.
And this is us being also vulnerable about things we just don't know.
Yeah.
That we should know, but it's too late to ever ask anyone.
Yeah.
We could Google it, but like we still don't understand. So the first one, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how streets work. I'm gonna be so honest.
I just got a flashback to my first driver's ed lesson ever in the car, and I drove directly out of the parking lot and onto the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, I did that 3 times.
Yeah.
For my test.
Oh, awesome. And you got your license?
I got my license at 20 years old.
Okay.
I'm 20 years old.
Respect.
I got it in December. Failed 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Cried at the DMV every single time. Like, they knew me there. They're like,
did you fail the driving test or the permit at all?
Both. I failed the permit test twice, I think. Got my permit. Then my permit expired. Then went through that again. Then failed my driver's test 3 times.
All right.
Not to like one up you, but like I just like 7 upped you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't understand how streets work. I was asking Helene the other day. I was like, so if this street is called like Catalina Street, is the one on the other side of the house also Catalina Street?
I said that would make every street the same street.
But then, like, you know how like some streets are super long?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Where does that? Like, how is it so continuous?
Well, what? How?
Like, how does it keep going if like it cuts off?
Well, it doesn't cut off.
No, because like I like reached the end of the sidewalk.
No.
I reached the end of the sidewalk and it's gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
Anyways, I don't understand how it works.
Okay.
Moving on. You said technology.
Yeah, what pisses me off a lot, and don't you dare try to mansplain this to me. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it because I know you guys don't understand it either, because how does it make any sense to you that you can put together some wires, okay, you put together some wires and all of a sudden it's a computer that you program to do stuff. How does it know to program? How does it know what your codes mean?
Ask your funner.
I've tried. Like, who put some wires together and said, okay, now we have a cell phone?
Yeah, I really don't get that.
Okay, now I can watch Real Housewives on a little device.
Love doing that.
Me too.
And like vinyls, how are we gonna put it on like a thing and a needle is gonna?
Yeah. How are you gonna trap a song in an item?
There's a song inside all of us. Oh no, I played with my mic. Yeah, that I really don't understand it, and when I start to think about it, it gives me like so much anxiety.
Me too. Like, and then I start having just a crisis about everything because I'm like, what if everything's fake? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So.
Yeah, I went through like, well, we don't have to get into all that, but like one of the like several like identity crises I've gone through in my life was like I couldn't understand any concepts of anything. So I'm like, what the fuck is music? Like,
you're so real for that.
I'm like, huh? Like, how do we just like? These are notes, and then we have songs on the radio, and we're like listening to music. Like,
speak on it. It's not right. It's not right.
No, I'm just confused.
Yeah.
Like, how did we be like songs? Like, how did we all as a human race come together and be like, we like listening to people sing?
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it came down to everything. I was like, what is that? What is that? Oh my god, what is that? I was like, okay, like. Sports, what the fuck is that? Like, I was just like every little thing in my life. I was like, who came up with like a house? Like, it was like every day it was like torturing me. It was a new thing. I'm like, a car? A gym? Where'd y'all get these machines?
Oh my god.
It was very stressful, like every day. Anyways, we don't have to go down that. But
yeah, no, when I was studying for my driver's test, I like really did not want to do it because I got so much anxiety over the thought of being on the road and killing people.
Right.
And so I just like kept getting really angry over the fact that cars exist, and I just kept like yelling at everyone, being like, why can't we just walk like they did in the old days? Like, we didn't need these, we could have just walked everywhere. Like, we don't need cars. Like, why is it so normalized that we have to have cars and vehicles? Like, what happened to the cavemen? What happened to walking? Like, it was like my passion for a solid 3 months. But
same, because I was like the same way. I'm like, okay, like city girls don't drive.
mm-hmm.
City girls take the subway.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm not trying to take the subway.
You gotta romanticize it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, but like, I went through the same thing, and I was like, cars are so ugly.
They really are.
Like, that's a big thing of me, and again, we don't have to get into this, but like, when I get in a car, like, I get stressed out because it's so ugly. I'm not kidding. The gray with like the black and like that. It's like a gym. When I walk into a gym, my skin starts crawling. Like, I can't. The aesthetic is so painful for me to look at.
We should open a girly gym.
No, because that was my business plan. Like, I have a whole business right out called Fancy Fit, where it's like wallpaper walls and like hot pink exercise equipment, and like that's definitely gonna like scare the like men away that are gonna like moan and stuff.
You're so right.
Right, and it's gonna be like dazzling, like gorgeous.
I'm obsessed. I'm getting a membership.
Well, yeah, we gotta build it first. So yeah, that was like my plan when I was like not going to college. I'm like, we want to open a Fancy Fit franchise.
Amazing.
Yeah,
you definitely could have.
With what money? Wolverine money.
Yeah.
Another thing I don't understand is, as I mentioned previously, sports. I have played every sport under the sun. I played competitive hockey, basketball, track and field, cross country. Did I say basketball? There was like a little lacrosse moment, soccer. I did it all. Not once have I ever known the rules to any of those sports. Never. Like, I played hockey. I could not tell you how that game is played.
So you just showed up and like improvised?
Well, I was a goalie, so I was like, all I gotta do is stop the puck.
Right.
Just be like a human wall. That's all I have to do. I don't know what they were doing. So people, like, I'll be watching hockey. No, I'm never watching hockey with people. But people would like talk about hockey to me, and I'm like, yeah, I know that was like such a bad play. I don't know what's going on. In basketball, I just kind of, it was improv. And like, my coach hated me so much, and he would yell short before he even shot the ball. Like, I'd be going, short! I'm like, it has not left my hand.
It's evil.
But yeah, I was always shooting threes, and very rarely did they go in the basket. But confidence. But yeah, I like just did not know any of the rules, and I was like, it's too late to ask. Like, we are traveling the continent. I cannot ask now what the rules to the sport is.
Can you imagine? Hey guys, so I just have a quick question.
Imagine you're at nationals and your goalie comes up to you and goes, hey, what are the rules?
I just want to know so I can follow along.
Right. Thankfully, running doesn't have that many rules, but I have been disqualified from races for like going the wrong way and like cutting off like a cone or something.
Who cares?
Who cares?
The life, losers.
Right. Another thing I don't think either of us understand is insurance.
I get the gist of it.
I don't understand it.
What I understand, and I kind of fuck with this idea, I like the idea of a deductible.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I know what a deductible is.
I believe you.
Okay.
I like that.
Oh,
awesome. I like that laugh.
I like that laugh. I like that deductible. All I know about insurance is it doesn't cover my shit ever.
Yeah. I have good insurance.
What is your insurance?
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
So is mine.
That's weird.
Awkward. Then why am I paying so much money for everything?
Actually, I don't pay for my own shit, so I wouldn't actually know if my insurance is that good.
Like, it'll literally be like $15 covered. You're welcome.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a little coupon.
Like, you know how Katy Perry was like, I didn't go to the dentist until I was like 25? That's real.
A lot of people I've heard do that. And like, my thing is like, I fear that will be me, but not for the same reason.
Laziness.
My thing is laziness and anxiety, and I cannot get out of the bed to go to an appointment. And so I'm just gonna have to cosplay as like, yeah, I don't have insurance. I can't go. Like, I don't have the funds for the dentist. I just don't want to go.
And that's fine. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone.
Thank you.
I think your teeth look great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I actually have tons of cavities. Not right now, but
okay. I can do dental work.
Awesome.
Almost not toothless. We both are extremely confused on what the fuck is an internship.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's talking about internship. What does that mean? What are you doing? What is an internship?
Because for me, you're either working a job or you're volunteering.
Right.
There is no such thing as an internship.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it in the sense of like, if that's your like role at a job, like is like to learn and stuff, but a lot of times these internships are just jobs that you're either not getting paid for or just not getting paid a lot for.
Yeah, and it's like, where do I go? I want to apply to an internship. Where?
A lot of them are on like the regular job websites, but yeah, like it's just so niche and everyone's so weirdly competitive about it too. It's gross. It feels like high school.
Yeah, they're like, gotta get my internship. Yeah. I'm like, you're really excited to make no money.
Literally. They're like, yeah, like I'm gonna get like an internship for the entire summer and I'm gonna go to Dubai, and then like the next year I'm gonna be doing another internship in Germany, and like blah, blah, blah. And it's like, girl, just live your life.
Yeah.
It is not that serious.
How are you gonna go to Dubai with no money because you don't make any? Mm-hmm. That like pisses me off because like every time I tell someone I took 2 gap years, they're like, oh, did you do a lot of traveling?
No.
With what money?
Exactly.
They're like, oh, I just thought like maybe you did like traveling.
No, and then you come here to pay like $1 million.
Like, what did you think I was doing? Mm-hmm. So crazy. The next one is a bit embarrassing for me. So at our school, we have these like little like public speaking workshops. Mm-hmm. And I went to one, and we were given a bowl of topics and we had to pick one out and basically perform a speech, very improv, like 3 minutes about the chosen topics. Mm-hmm. So one person got like Starbucks, another person got like hair salon. I got invoices. I'm going to be so for real. I did not know what an invoice was. I had an idea. It was off base, but I had an idea. So I get up there to talk and I'm like, so you're probably wondering, so if you were to ask me the importance of, there are a lot of important factors actually, and that's what I like so much about, in business really. And then I'm like, invoices. I'm so sorry. I do not know what an invoice is. Like I had to do that. And I'm like, can we stop? Like, I don't know what an invoice is. And she was like, oh, okay. She's like, well, you're in creative writing. And I'm like, no, that's not my major. Get it right. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not a creative writer. I'm a dramatic writer. Yeah. And she was like, well, like, what would you do, like, an invoice for writing? I'm like, I don't know what an invoice means. Anyways. Yeah. Next up, we have Sing Diva to Me. Oh, no. I have another one. Until like a year ago, I didn't know the difference between Sofia Colpo and Sofia Coppola. Mm-hmm. One is an influencer, one is like a famous director. Yeah. So I was fully thinking that like Sofia Coppola of the Coppola sisters directed The Bling Ring and the Marie Antoinette. Do not come for me. I'm being vulnerable. All right, Sing Diva to Me is our new segment. Yeah. Where I was like, we should sing a song at the end of every episode. And Catalina was like, you just want to sing.
And I was right.
Yeah. We love the sound of our own voices. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to do this thing where we sing a song with no lyrics, just from memory, and see if we can do it. Yeah. See where it takes us. No rehearsal. Mm-hmm. So today we're going to sing Girl So Confusing. Yeah. By Lord and Charlie. Are you Lord or Charlie? You're Charlie.
I want Charlie.
Okay, because I'm Lord, I'm Ella.
Wait, but that makes me have to start it off. I don't remember. Can we do it together and then
cheating
for the parts that are like duet, we can get our separate parts?
Okay.
Wait, but also I fear we need mics.
We have mics.
No. Difference.
Yeah, we were too lazy to jump over hurdles to go to the kitchen to get mics. So now Catalina is getting it. Yay!
Girl.
It's so confusing. Oh.
It's so confusing.
Oh.
Okay.
How does it start? Wait.
Doom, 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 doom. It's so confusing.
No, it goes like, I don't know if you like me. Sometimes I
think you might hate me. Sometimes I think you might. You always say let's go out, but then you cancel last minute. I get so lost in my head, too scared to be independent. But for the last couple...
No, you're singing the Lord part. That's my part.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, then help me.
Okay. Wait, I can't remember how it starts. It's so confusing. Wow.
That sounded so auto-tune. That was crazy. It was like,
I'm doing the intro.
So confusing.
Yeah, I don't know if you like me. Sometimes I think you might hate me. Sometimes I think I may hate you. Maybe you just want to be me. You always say let's go out, so we go eat at a restaurant. And it's a bit awkward because we don't have much in common. People say we're alike. They say we've got the same hair. It's me and you on the no, that's later on. People say we're alike. They say we've got the same hair. We talk about making music, but I don't know if it's honest. Sometimes you see me falling over and failing. I think I know how you're feeling. It's so confusing.
Because I ride for you.
Oh, sorry, just full. That's just the end of the episode.